And the thing about the peelers is that they all like Billy the Peeler and give him a headpiece, which I found a little weird and a little bizarre, to be honest with you. They all were big fans of Billy the Peeler. And I was at this police gig one time, I was talking to this cop, and he says, "Oh, Billy the Peeler's fantastic." And I said, "Well, I find it a bit surprising, you know, because the way we portray him, he's stupid, lazy, incompetent, he's only interested in the money, he's no good at his bloody job." And this cop went, "Yeah." "He's like all the cops I know." And I said, "To be honest, I'm surprised to hear you say that, Chief Constable."
Do you think tasers should be banned as well?
I think tasers should also be treated as a lethal weapon.
And I don't tend to agree with the criticism of tasers. I mean, the police have to look at something less lethal than opening fire with live rounds, which is the alternative to crowd control.
I think it's important that the removal of lethal weapons should apply to everybody in society.
I think we should have a civilian, disarmed, unarmed police service.
Will we have a policing and justice minister locally in Northern Ireland within the year, by the end of the year?
I would hope so. There's a lot of work going on to try to achieve that. It went through the executive. There was a discussion with the executive last week.
I certainly see no reason why local people shouldn't be controlling policing in the same way that we're controlling schools, hospitals, and so on and so forth.
I do get worried sometimes when people present policing and justice as almost the last part of the Good Friday Agreement and standards that needs to be put in place. We haven't got a Bill of Rights. We've put enormous work for decades into it, and it's looking further away than ever.
Of all issues, growing a vibrant and dynamic economy is a centrepiece of the programme for government.
One of the things we have done really powerfully, effectively here in the North is establish an equality coalition of all of the groups most vulnerable.
We have to before bringing in a Bill of Rights.
Yes, yes. But we have to be upfront about rights for communities. There's no sense in everyone having individual rights if people in the markets are dying at 50.
I think in many of these situations, a simple rerouting of the march is not in any way undermined in the tradition within which the Orange Order want to uphold and respect.
We have taken very, very difficult decisions as a party in going into government, but I think that the vast majority of unionist people accepted it was the right decision.
If we come to judge any minister, that we recognise that in the Assembly nothing happens unless everyone's on board with it.
We have had total support in the trade union movement for the abolition of the 11+. The sooner the better.
So a lot of those problems that are there educationally in Northern Ireland start long before 11. Have absolutely nothing to do with 11+ or academic selection.
Thanks to all of our panellists. Thank you for coming tonight to Belfast Talks Back.